this video, we'll be taking a look at the Imperial Evo Trooper for both the 30th anniversary and the Legacy Collection line. He was one that was repacked similar to the Battle Damaged Darth Vader, and the particular version you're looking at here is for the Legacy Collection. This action figure is very near and dear to me. I've had him in my collection ever since 2008, 2009. I believe I got him, I think it may have been Christmas of 2008 actually. And it was during the time when I had some Stormtroopers for my collection, but I didn't have a whole lot, nowhere near the amount I do now. And he's been part of my army from the very beginning. Well, I wouldn't say the very beginning, but it's been, 15 years now at this point? So he's been around for a long time, and I cherish him greatly in my collection. Definitely up there. So what can I say about him? So Evo is just short for, I believe, Environmental Trooper. And basically these are the type of stormtroopers you send down to rough terrains like Volusia, Raxus Prime, even hazardous environments where there can be a lot of radiation or of course poison or acidic atmosphere or anything along those sorts. Unfortunately, I don't think we've really seen them outside of the Force Unleashed game, maybe in the novel, or as far as any other media here and there. I don't think he showed up in anything, which is kind of odd because you would think this would be a good opportunity to have him in shows like Rebels, for example, or even in the Bad Batch. Be a nice opportunity to show off the Evo Troopers, but like a lot of the Stormtrooper variants, it seems like they get their one claim to fame and then that's the last we see of them. Unfortunately, I think the Evo Troopers would be more impressive to see in combat than even the Death Troopers or the Shore Troopers, for example. So that's unfortunate. I imagine since these guys are considered more part of the EU, it was just Disney's way of kind of distancing themselves from it more. But who knows? Never say never. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get these guys to show up someday. Maybe as a cameo, or maybe they'll get their own episode. Who knows? So let's just go ahead and take a closer look at this guy. I will say he's a pretty heavy-duty trooper. You can tell he's pretty robust with his armor. He has a little bit of the TK Stormtrooper look to him, in the helmet that is. So the shoulder armor on him, very robust, as you can see. It almost looks like he has some type of ventilation there. Very nice helmet. Has that breathing apparatus there. Nice white and gray in his armor. And very heavy duty boots as well. You can tell those are meant for hazardous terrain. That's his pack there. So in terms of the articulation, he does have a ball joint ahead. Pretty good range of motion, even with the tubes there. He does have hinged shoulders, hinged elbows. That's about as far as the elbows go, unfortunately, but it's really not that big of a deal. I've never really had any problems with it. He does have a swivel wrist, then a swivel waist. Yeah, he doesn't hold that weapon very good. Just take both these off. This one too. So swivel hips, then hinged knees and hinged ankles as well. So pretty good articulation for this guy, especially given as bulky as he is. You can see on his wrist there, he has some type of device or something on both sides. Has those pouches there. Kind of looks like that could be a holster right there. He has 2 thermal detonator canisters. In terms of weapons and accessories, his backpack is removable there. Stays into place pretty good. Then for weapons, not a whole lot of uniqueness about them. Well, this one might be. I think this is the very first rifle of this sorts that we saw from Hasbro Star Wars, and many of the Sand Troopers that were released succeeding this one carried this rifle. I'm not sure if any of the other Sand Troopers or any of the other Imperial Troopers before the Evo Trooper here had this weapon, so this might be an all new mold. It has a very nice metallic look to it. The strap is pretty good and fits around him really nice there. Plus, with having that extra canister on his boot there, it kind of gives him some more stability to be able to hold this, as you can see. Then, of course, he has his 2. They're actually the DC-17 pistols. And they're all cast in metallic, or a metallic gray color. Unfortunately, it does not have any holsters for these, which would have been beneficial. Let's see if I can get him holding the rifle here. It's been a long time since I really had this guy with the rifle in hand. Because of the way his elbow articulation is, you're not really going to get in too good of a position. But that doesn't look too bad. Of course, if you have the 30th anniversary version of this guy, he will include the display base that just says Expanding Universe and Imperial Evo Trooper on it. Between the prices between the Legacy Collection one here and that one, I don't think there's a huge difference, so it's whichever one you prefer. Same exact action figure as far as I know, no paint differences, just a straight repack. The only difference is the stand. So fortunately, this guy did get 2 more releases after this. This concept art Evo Trooper, and then this camo one, which I don't think either one really showed up in the Force Unleashed at all. This one on the left here may have showed up in the PlayStation 2 and Wii version of the game. The camo one there I don't think really showed up in the media at all. I think he's supposed to be based upon some appearance on Felucia, which I don't recall seeing any of the camo Evo Troopers inside or in the video game at all. But still, they're nice additions. They look good. If you can get a whole army of them, that would be really neat. Unfortunately, they come in the battle packs, and if you get them, of course, if you're not going to buy entirely new battle packs every time, just army build these guys, and if you get them by themselves, they typically are on the more pricey side. So most people probably have no more than 1, maybe 2 in their collection. You can never go wrong with just having the standard Evo Trooper. They're pretty easy to army build, actually. Oftentimes I think I see these between like the $20 or $30 range, which these days with TVC as expensive as it is not too unreasonable, considering this action figure still holds up to today's standards, I think. So if you want to army build him, it's definitely doable. What more can I say about the Evo Trooper? Highly recommended. Great action figure. Character I personally cherish heavily in my collection, and I think he would be a great asset for yours as well. But anyways, that concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for plenty more reviews in the future. There will be lots more to come. And if you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate your support. And check out some links in the description as well. As always, thanks for watching.